So I guess I contacted you through your cousin, Bronte. Lucky enough to be able to get to have a chat to you. She says you're quite the guitar player.
Not really.
Yeah.
Nothing compared to her, but I'm just starting out. So
Yeah. Is that something you've always kind of wanted to do, or she kind of threw it on you being the talented girl she is?
Not really. I bought one last year, and I didn't really get into it because starting off's pretty hard. But I'm sort of starting to get the gist of it now, and now I can play a few songs and stuff. It makes it a little bit easier, but it was pretty frustrating at the start. So.
Yeah, of course. I have no artistic flair in my body, so anyone that starts playing an instrument and can do it well, I'm very jealous of. Yeah. So we'll just get to the kind of real reason why we're here. I just want to have a little chat about your AFL career, being junior before you became professional, and your career now and where you kind of want to end up. You're from Benalla, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was your junior team the Benalla Falcons or something? Or
we were the Saints growing up.
Benalla Saints, yeah?
Yeah. So I played sort of underage footy in the Benalla and District Junior Comp. And then from under 18s, they were the Benalla Saints, and I played for them pretty much since I was 15, 16. So
nice. So you started playing footy quite late?
No. So I started young. So I did Oz Kick, and then played in the Benalla District Junior Footy League since from probably 12 to 14, 15, and then went into under 18 footy for Benalla.
Was there any other sports as a kid, or was it always footy?
Yeah, I played. The main three were basketball, cricket, and footy.
Standard three that everyone plays.
Yeah. Being from a country town, that's all everyone ever plays. So,
of course.
They were the main three.
Yeah, nice. Was there any success in those junior days with flags or anything like that in footy?
I won a couple of grand finals in the junior league comp, and then under 18s won a premiership with Benalla Saints, which is pretty good. But other than that, no, I haven't really won any flags since then. Yeah,
nice. So coming out of junior footy, you obviously move into representative footy.
Yeah.
Benalla being under the kind of umbrella of the Murray Bush Rangers.
Yeah.
Was that? Did you find that process to get into that fairly easy, or was it pretty cutthroat?
No, it was okay. I was in that program for probably 4 years, I'd say. So
right.
Since I was 15, we had like a little carnival that we had, and then under 16, same thing. It was a carnival for sort of 3 or 4 games, I think it was.
Where you play other rep sides?
Yeah, where we play other rep sides, and then they pick a national side from that. That's how they do the under 16s nationals and stuff. Nice. So, and then bottom age year at Bushies, and then top age year at Bushies. So, there was a pretty good group of us. Pretty much one team that went all the way through.
Yeah, that's kind of what you want.
Yeah.
So coming into obviously the end of that. The end of the representative footy, you ended up, I just read online, ended up playing in the TAC Cup Grand Final, 2016?
2016.
And you played against Sandy Dragons, who I guess are my local representative side. They were, from what I could read, they were just filled with guns.
I think they had 4 of the top 10. They had talent coming out of everywhere, so... mind you, we had, I think, 10 or 11 players drafted out of our team that played off that day. So, it was a bit of talent on show that day. With
TAC Cup, are you also playing just local footy on the side, or do they really recommend you go football into rep footy?
No, for me it was just TAC Cup, pretty much for 2 years. I had a little bit of injury as well, so whenever we had a bye, you generally got to play with your local club, but whenever we had a bye, they didn't really like me playing with the junior or the local club. So, I didn't really play for Benalla for best part of a year, I think so,
Was it during the TAC Cup that you kind of realised you really wanted to play football as a professional and go into the draft?
Yeah, probably even early in that. Like, so my cousin is Tom Rockcliffe, who went to Brisbane, and soon as he got drafted, I remember I was in grade 4. Since pretty much that moment, I just wanted to do the same thing. So
I thought he was a bit younger, but
yeah.
Very nice. So as soon as your cousin got drafted, you wanted to go full ball and do the exact same thing as him.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I was always interested in, just love playing sport and that sort of thing. But since he got drafted, it made it a little bit more realistic. And
nice. So coming into the draft, you were, I guess you could say, a later pick at pick 74.
Yeah.
Were you were surrounded again by the talent that you were in the TAC Cup? Some players that went pretty high: Andrew McGrath, Tim Taranto, Hugh McCluggage, Sam Petrovsky Seaton, and Ollie Florent. A lot of them from that Sandy Dragon side.
Yeah.
Was there, with the drafting process, were you approached by clubs, or being a little bit of a later pick, were you kind of, we might pick you?
No, I met with nearly every club, I think, bar 2 or 3, I think. Either they came and saw me at home. I think there was probably 5 or 6 that came and saw me at home, and then I met up with 6 or 8 at the draft combine as well. So I pretty much saw nearly every club before I got drafted. So I went into the draft not knowing where I was going to go or if I was going to go at all. So
as a country kid, is that quite a intimidating process? Just everyone kind of, they're there for you and no one else. They want to know exactly what you're all about. Is that kind of, was it a bit in your face, or was it fairly easy to?
Early days it was. Like, I remember Melbourne was the first club to see me at the start of my top age year. So I was only just turned 17 and hadn't played a game or anything that year. They just wanted to catch up with me. I was the most nerve-wracking sort of hour interview and chat. It was sort of like this. It was pretty low-key, but at the same time, I was backing me Dax a little bit.
Going to draft night, were you certain you were going to? Were you at home? Were you at the draft? Were you certain you were going to be picked up?
No, I wasn't certain at all. I wasn't sure if I was going to get picked up. I had an inkling that I might be sort of late to rookie maybe, but hoping. I was just sitting at home in a lounge room with a few of my family. I was just fingers crossed for that hour and a half, 2 hours that took to read my name out. Yeah,
was it a relief, obviously being picked at Hawthorn, was it a relief staying in your own state?
Yeah, it was at the time. Before my name got read out, I just wanted to go anywhere. I didn't really care where it was. But then as Hawthorn got read out, I sort of it sunk in that I didn't have to move interstate and that sort of thing. And I was only 2.5 hours away, which is pretty handy. So it's a good result.
Yeah, so obviously anyone that watches football, even in the last 10 years, they'd understand that Hawthorn's an absolute powerhouse of the competition. They've just come off a 3-peat. As a 18-year-old kid, what's in your head on your first day in at the club?
First day in at the club, I was just trying to remember everyone's name and that sort of thing. It was that overwhelming. I had genuine superstars. I remember my first actual training session, I think it was first or second day there, and I was just running laps with Poppy and Luke Hodge. So I was just running on air. So it was a pretty cool couple of weeks. Yeah, it's
awesome. So obviously coming down from the country, you're not going to drive 2.5 hours to training every day. Did you move in with some other draftees or rookies, or did they kind of put you in the senior player your first couple of years?
So I moved in with a senior player for my first couple of weeks, and then after Christmas I moved in with a host family that the club had organised, which was pretty handy. So I did that for the best part of 12 months, I think 10 months, and then moved in here with a couple of the other boys as well. So
who was the senior player you got to move in with?
It was Caden Brand at the time. So he'd been at the club for I think 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So
did you learn much off him in the few weeks that you were there, or was it just more of a routine sort of thing?
Yeah, it was more of a routine. Like it was pre-season. It was pretty tough. So I was just trying to get through training, and then I'd just crash on the couch. So, but yeah, he taught me a few things, and he goes about it the right way. So
is he still at the club now?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, nice. Yep. So then we obviously move into your first game. That was a round 23 clash.
Yeah.
Do you remember much of that, or is it all just a blur?
No, I do remember it.
Yep.
I remember when Clarko told me I was going to play.
Yep.
I think it was only the day before, or a couple of days out. And
was that around the guys or one-on-one or?
Yeah, we were just about to go into the meeting room,
Yeah.
and there was probably 5 or 6 of my close mates who were just standing around talking a bit of garbage, and Clarko just came over and patted me on the shoulder and said, "Boys, get around. He was going to play his first game." So it was it was a pretty special moment. And then I remember it was a Friday night, and I hadn't played a night game all year. So that was a little bit weird. I was just sort of stressing all day.
Yeah.
I tried to have a sleep and that sort of thing to wind myself down, but I got there like 2.5 hours before the game because I was just so excited, and it was a pretty cool night.
Did you think you were a chance coming like during the season? Did you think you were a chance, or did you think maybe I might have to wait till next season to get on the park?
Well, I sort of trying to think positive. Like if you think you're not going to get a game, then you don't sort of put your best foot forward. So I was always sort of positive and tried to put myself up for the selection, but I didn't think it was going to come that quick.
That early,
And being the last game of the year, I don't think we didn't play finals or anything that year, so it was a bit of a nothing game. But even just get one out of the belt was pretty good. Yeah,
you just obviously said it was a bit of a nothing game. Had a look today, there was 48,000 people there.
Yeah, well, it was Hodgie's last game.
Yeah,
so it was a full house at Etihad or Marvel now, and actually kicked with him in the warm up and that sort of thing. So it was
that. Do you count that as a kind of special moment in your career?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Even just we sort of embraced each other after the game, being my first and his last. So, just little memories like that are pretty cool.
Awesome. Obviously, just to kind of wrap it up, just want to have a kind of. Do you aim to be? Obviously, there's so much movement now in the game that, like you said, Hodgie, he's now in Brisbane. A lot of the old Hawthorn boys have made their way either retiring or onto other clubs. Do you want to be a one-club player, or are you just going to kind of take it as it comes and see what comes up?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think everyone would, if they had it their way, they'd stay at the one club the whole time. But obviously, things happen and changes need to be made and that sort of thing. So I think it's a little bit early to
of course,
tell. But I'd love to stay at Hawthorn for as long as I could.
Is there an idea of what you want to kind of do post footy? Is there stuff done by the club to kind of help you post football, or is obviously still being 21? Are you hoping there's still a bit more time and worry about that a little bit later?
It's sort of just putting little steps in place. Like they're helping you out with a little diploma of business at the moment, just to tick something off and get something under your belt. So maybe something along that line, maybe like an engine my own business or something down the track, but hopefully it's a few years away. Of
course, you kind of want to be there as long as you can. Well, on that, thank you very much for having a chat to me. I hope I can do this again sometime. Maybe once you've played 100, 200 games, we'll come back to this and kind of reflect on it. But thank you again. And
no worries.
we'll just leave it at that. Cheers.
Cheers.